already given a 1-0 lead. And I don't have my roster right now, so I will get it in just a little bit. This is ST Lady Cat Nation, and this is 7th grade action here in Port Aransas. And I'm about to get my lineup from the singer, right? Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. Nova Calloway, thank you. You heard it here, the singer Nova Calloway from Port Aransas in the 8th grade. She and several other of the, let me get it all right here. The Lady Marlins 8th graders gave me a lot of the players, and so I'm just getting familiar with it. I do not have the 7th grade Port Aransas, but Caitlin Segovia for the white team is at the plate. And again, for 7th grade, I will not have their names, but I will for the Port Aransas 8th grade because they're to my right side. So I thank Nova and the rest of her teammates, Nora, Nova, Carly, and etc. We'll talk about them more later. They also gave me directions to Whataburger. Had a wonderful gift card from the Mans, and I'm gonna go get me some Whataburger after this is over. Head down 361, turn right at Stripes, and there's a Whataburger there. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'll get with y'all in just a little bit. Oh, that was a nice little run there by Caitlin Segovia with a single. Caitlin Segovia singles to short. And up next, I believe, will be the catcher. And she'll be catching most of the afternoon. And that is Madison Arevalo. Madison Arevalo will be catching with Segovia on first. There goes Segovia, and they'll let her go. She's got some good speed there. And she will be on the mound at some point today. And I'm going to give Steely Ricks a shout out already. Actually, Segovia, I think, will be on the mound the entire time. But Steely Ricks, the manager, getting me all set up nice and pretty here at Port A. Beautiful Port Aransas. Coach Karen Hall, Memorial Scoreboard. I tried to get myself up against the backstop here, but my equipment failed me mechanically, and I'm okay with that. I like it here. And there the ball goes. There's Segovia, goes to third, and will she try to come home? I think she'll stay put. Coach Gonzalez says stay right there. There's nobody out. You got a good hitter up in Arevalo. I don't know why I say it that way. I just love that name, Arevalo. And here's Arevalo talking to the blue, saying I'm about to hit one out of the park right now. That goes wide. So again, you're just in a walk for Maddie Arevalo and Caitlin Segovia on third. And again, it's a little hard to see with the glare, but you guys are getting a good picture. Number 3 is Hazley Kahn. Hazley will spend a little time at catcher and at first base. Again, Steely Ricks. I'm going to say her name over and over. Here comes Segovia sliding in. And the second goes Arevalo, 1-0. Skidmore Tynan. And maybe I might have somebody next to me who might know the names of the 7th grade Port Aransas. And if they do, I'll just yell it out, and I'll write it down for you guys. And again, we have Arevalo on second, who reached on a walk. Caitlin Segovia reached on a single and has stolen 2 bases and took home on a wild pitch. And Coach Gonzalez giving some directive to Hazley Kahn, again, who's going to be spending some time, thanks to Steely Ricks, the manager, at the catcher and at first base this afternoon for the Lady Cats. Here we go, Hazley Kahn. That's a nice pitch there. We'll find out who that is. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and flip it around, and if I get some names, and of course the wind starts to pick up, but I'm going to try to shield it as best as I can. Ball gets away, and there goes Arevalo to third, and they'll let her go. So, again, junior high softball and JV softball, for that matter, has rules, a run rule. Maximum 4 runs. Most of the time it's 4. I've always been in games where it was 4. And then they'll swap out. And walking to first is Hazley Khan. And over at third is Arevalo, nobody out. And to the batter's box will be, who is that? Number 8, Natalia Sanchez for Skidmore Tynan, with runners at the corners. Arevalo at third and Khan at first.
There we go.
Nice pitch there by number 5, maybe little by little. Little by little. I don't like to not have names, but I didn't have the roster for the 7th grade. If I can get it, that would be great. I do see some. I'm on the Port Aransas side. Here is Natalia Sanchez. Arevalo on third. Khan on first. Segovia's already crossed home plate. And the tap right back to the pitcher. Here comes Arevalo, and the throw to first is not in time. Khan gets over to third, and she's going to stay right there. Good stop by third base. Over to second goes Sanchez. So 2-0 is the score. Skidmore Tynan. So runs 3 and 4 on third and second base. It's a good stop at third base on the toss from first, but otherwise Khan is home. So the third and fourth run are actually on strike called. Of course, the ponytail effect, as soon as I get that number, that does look like number 1, Jaslyn Brezenio at the plate. Khan on third. Sanchez on second. Arevalo in. And so is, there comes Khan. Sliding in for the third run. Arevalo make that Sanchez remains on second. Again, at the plate is Jaslyn Brezenio. So again, a 4-run rule, so no outs yet. And Skidmore Tynan trying to get that 4th run here in the top of the first. And that hitter. So Brezenio will head to first, putting runners on first and second. Jaslyn Brezenio on first, Natalia Sanchez on second. And to the plate, number 9 is my broadcast partner back at the tournament. If I'm correct, that looks like number 9. Yes, and that is Leah Casares, trying to bring in Sanchez from second to put up the 4th run in the top. Let's see what happens here. Ball gets by, runners will take off, and Sanchez over at third, and Brezenio at second. And at the plate is Casares. All she's got to do is bring one more runner in for the 4-run rule, and we'll move to the bottom of the first. And that is Leah Casares. Swing and a miss. Good stop by the catcher. And a very good pitch. Putting it right there at 1-1 the count. Nobody out. 3-0 Skidmore Tynan. Khan, Arevalo, and of course leading off with a single was Segovia. Strike call. 2 good pitches there. And if I hear any first names, I'll at least call them by their first name. Again, as I pointed out, I arrived. I didn't have a roster for. I just gotten Skidmore Tynan's rosters, and numbers didn't quite match up. And I want to thank Steely Ricks once again, the manager. A good stop by the catcher, making sure that Sanchez didn't clear third on the home. Not as big a, not too bad a breeze. We are in Port Aransas, so you'll hear some seagulls every now and then. I just hope I don't feel any every now and then. Here we go. And the count is full. Nobody out, runners on first and second, so pitcher doing a good job in this top of the first at this at bat, I should say. Called a strike. Strike 3. So 3 nice pitches there to put up 3 strikes, and Skidmore Tynan with their first out. And to the plate comes Hazley Marish. She'll be playing center field, courtesy of Steely Ricks. Hazley Marish to the plate with runners on second and third. She's been known to put a little power behind that bat. Back at the Skidmore tournament, saw her a few times. Again, Sanchez over there, Natalia Sanchez on third, and Jazlyn Brezeño over at second. Good cover there by the pitcher for Port Aransas. They're watching 7th grade action, and Skidmore Tynan calls their 7th grade, predominantly 7th grade, the white team, and the 8th grade, the purple team. And they're wearing white, and over on the left side, purple will be what you see later for the 8th grade. Here we go. That's outside, so 3-0 the count. A ball away from loading up the bases for the on-deck hitter. There we go, 3-0. And that's going to load up. And I thought he called strike, but he's telling Hazley Marish go to first. And number 14 with the bases loaded as Ava Zavedra. I always like to set this up. Ava Zavedra with the bases loaded. That's a good pitch right there. Again, Zavedra just needs to bring in Natalia Sanchez from third. I'm getting a glaring direct sunlight right now, and I hope I don't overheat my swing and a miss. I don't want to overheat my equipment.
One more like that.
0-2, so up on the batter, Zavedra, 0-2. Port Aransas, 7th grade action. Pop up, and it is going foul. So keep it right there at 0-2. Zavedra staying alive, needing one more run to hit that 4th run. Number 2 is Hattie. Best I can do since I don't have a roster. Again, I do for the 8th grade for Port Aransas. Staying put. Good stop by the catcher, number 15. Ava Zavedra at the plate for Skidmore Tynan. White team, primarily 7th. I think you understand what I'm saying. There's also, this is the B team. Or it could be the white team, or it could be the 7th grade. But it's not always necessarily 7th or 8th. It's whatever coaches want. 2-2 the count. Still up. Really has a nice pitch. Now well, here comes, that's a home plate, and sliding in is Natalia Sanchez for the 4th run. That is 4 runs, so that should do it. It's 4 runs. And that will bring up Port Aransas to the bottom of the 1st. Again, 7th grade action. And Skidmore Tynan on the white team in 7th grade. And the Port Aransas Lady Marlins 7th grade up to bat. There is a 4-run rule. If you score 4 runs, and they did get 2 outs on make that 1 out on Skidmore Tynan. And looks like behind the plate, I do see Madison Arevalo and Caitlin Segovia on the mound. And it looks like Hazley Kahn heading over to first. At second, I see Aaliyah Cáceres. Shortstop, Natalia Sanchez. It does look like number 2, Niza Brezeño at third, and we'll eventually find out way deep how good my eyesight is. But if I don't get them right away, I'll get them on their run back to the dugout for Skidmore Tynan. Well, I do see number 21 heading out there. That does appear to be Hazley Marish out at center. Marish out at center. And again, thank you for joining us at ST Lady Cat Nation here on YouTube. My name is Amador Ramirez, and we've got a doubleheader. Although it's not really a doubleheader, it's not the same team playing again. It's the white team playing at 5, and then around 6:15, the purple team will be playing. See them over there right now. Again, there's sometimes a little bouncing on. I've gotten used to it, but you guys sometimes may get a little jiggle on the TV screen or your laptop or your phone or tablet. What else can you be using? I don't think there's any other technology. I don't think you could be watching this on a punch card or a floppy disk. I'm getting a little crazy, I know. Sun's starting to get to me. See if I can see out at right field. I won't speculate. I'll get him on the way back, but Hazley Marish is at dead ahead center. I would like to easily get a student or somebody to head over here and give me some names. Let me ask this young lady. Maybe she might help. Or I could hear the crowd, number 2. I'll at least go by first names. Here we go. So, Caitlin Segovia to be pitching to Madison Arevalo, and here's number 2. Nice pitch to start this off. Maddie. Actually, that's Hattie. Yeah, it's Hattie, who is, I think, playing third base. She had a good stop at third base. Again, I'm going to go by what I hear the parents or the grandparents or family and friends, students yell out. And it is Hattie, number 2. And strike 3, and 1 strikeout there for Caitlin Segovia. Here comes number 16. Kind of a unconventional way to get the rosters, but I'm only missing 1. 16. Also, it'll let me know who's rooting. Most of the time you root for the entire team. One and 0 the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Skidmore Tynan Lady Cat softball white team up 4-0. A swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Caitlin Segovia on the mound, and it does look like it's going to be Segovia on the mound throughout the game, unless coaches decide to change. And that one's tapped over. It gets by third base, and to first base goes the batter. Right through the glove there on third base. Lonnie, number 15. And Lonnie is catching tonight. If I say tonight, you know what I mean. This afternoon. And here is Lonnie batting with 1 out, 1 runner on. Oh, that way goes up. And there goes the runner over to second. again, this is the spot that I decided to go with. I try to assess if I get here about 30 minutes early or more. I try to find a spot, but this happened to be the better spot. And I know there's a bar right in front of you. There's the tapper. Gets by. And runner will get to first. And Lonnie over at first and third base. Number 13. So 2 runners on at the corner. We got Kendall coming up, number 13. Kendall. Lonnie on first and on third base. We've got a runner as well at the corners. Here we go. 1 out. So again, a couple of errors. We call them unforced or forced errors, but they're errors nonetheless. And there goes the runner, and that's Lonnie heading over to second. So 2 runners both on scoring position. Again, trying to get 4 runs in before they get the third out. Kendall at the plate. Good stop by Revelo. Maddie Revelo. That one kind of rolled to her, so kind of scooped it up. Nicely done. A little windy in Port Aransas, but good stop. A walk to Kendall. Bases loaded with 1 out. Number 7. Looks like Holly. Holly at the plate. She's got Kendall and Lonnie on first and second, and a named runner on third that I didn't get. So bases loaded for Caitlin Segovia and the Lady Cats white team, 7th grade. You'll watch the purple team right after this one, okay? And it's fun watching these young ladies. Still 4-0, but runners on right now. 2-0 the count. 2-0. Runners on every base pad. Here's Caitlin Segovia. Three 3-0, so no room on the base pads for Holly. So cards are stacked up against Segovia right now with a 3-0 count. Holly at the plate, and that's up high, so a run will score, bringing in and bases stay loaded. Number 9, I believe it's Sage. I believe I heard it's Sage, with the bases loaded with Holly, Kendall, and Lonnie. And one run has come in. I believe it's Paige. Make it Paige, not Sage. So 2-0 the count, and bases loaded. No place to put Paige. And if you get in however you can, and that does put a little more pressure on the pitcher, but Caitlin Segovia keeping her cool. 3-0. That would bring in Lonnie, Kendall at second, and Holly at first. This is Paige at the plate. Looking good here with a 3-0 count. Like to get the 4 runs here with a grand slam. That's ball 4. So 4-2 now. Bases remain loaded. Number 11. looks like Grace. So Grace with Paige, Holly, and Kendall. Lonnie has crossed home plate. So here is Grace to the plate for the Port Aransas Lady Marlins. Two runs come in off walks and timeout. Coach West and Ravelo would like to go visit the mound, talk a few things over. Reminds me of that one meme where the pitcher, whenever there's a mound visit, looks at the coach and says, "Why don't you ever visit me when things are going good?" But knowing Coach West, he's saying something encouraging. He takes opportunities like this at every point. A real good coach. All right, here we go. Now, Segovia looking right ahead at the batter. Grace. And there's a strike. She needed that one. If they get Paige and Holly in from third and second base, then that would match the 4 runs. Good stop by Revelo. Oh, it's going to be, there's a chance for an out here. You got a tagger, Drop the ball. A run comes in. Yeah, she dropped the ball, so safe. Everybody's safe. A run comes in, 4-3. Coach Porte saying you can't run if the bases are loaded, but a run does come in. So something that could have been disaster actually turns out positive. Skidmore-Tynan drops the tag. That would have been the second out. Instead, we remain at 1 out, and I'm sorry I missed the action. I'm sure some of the Lady Cats are kind of glad I missed some of the action, but again, those are errors, and you learn from them. 2-1 the count. Runners at the corners. Here's Caitlin Segovia. That's a tapper. That's going to bring in a run. Number 7, Holly comes in, and that will do it, 4-4. So Port Aransas does it all in 1 out as well. So Skidmore-Tynan with 1 out in the top of the first. Port Aransas the same thing in the bottom of the first. So we're pretty evenly squared. 4-4. And we'll go ahead and fix my scoreboard. And I know it's a little harder to do when the sun is glaring, but I hope I changed it correctly. We're here in Port Aransas just to bring you some Lady Marlins and Lady Cats 7th grade action, to be followed by 8th grade action after this one. And then after that, I go to Whataburger. And the 8th grade Lady Marlins gave me the exact directions. Head down 361, hit a Stripes, and then take a right. You can't miss it. And again, Coach Gonzalez just coaching Hazley Khan, and she's a very sweet young lady, and I know she takes coaching seriously, and she's so graceful. Coming up to bat, number 2 is going to be Aniza Brezenio. So these have been 2 exciting top and bottom of the first for both Port Aransas and Skidmore-Tynan. Let's see who we have. Number 2 up there. That's Hattie pitching, and I already pointed out Hattie is pitching us. Oh, she was at third. Now she's pitching, and I believe that is. Let's see who that is. 7. That's Holly catching. That does look like a 7. So I had Lonnie catching, and then now Holly catching. And I think that happens a lot in 7th grade, 8th grade. But you kind of get to experience all of it. See if Kendall's at first right now. only because they batted already, and the fans are nicely yelling out their names. And I know you got. Let's see who's over at second. I don't have that. I don't think she's batted yet. Number 5. Nope, I don't have 5 yet. So yeah, that was Holly at the catcher position, and Hattie over in the pitcher position. And for Skidmore Tynan, here to lead off the top of the second is number 2, Aniza Briseño, who's playing third base. Thank you, Steely Riggs. That's a little high. Yeah, there's that one bar. I think about the structure, and I think we could have done without that bar right there. I'm kidding. Pretty sure that bar is there for a good reason. We'll leave it alone. Oh, a swing and a miss by Aniza Briseño. And I sit here and we look at maybe errors and forced errors. Most of the time it's unforced errors in 7th grade. But you're learning the game. You're learning the rules even in some cases. And not to mention, you got pressure up there as a young athlete. So you guys are doing a great job. If I didn't think so, I wouldn't hang around. I'm enjoying every moment of this ride. And a little tapper, and save is Briseño. That was a good stop there by Hattie, but runner does make it. That's Briseño. And number 6, Sofia Peña, Coach Peña's daughter. Coach Peña, I've seen him everywhere. Multi-talented coach. He's I see him at not only softball, I see him at football, I see him at basketball. And there goes Briseño to second. Again, there's a 4-run rule, so both teams scored their 4 runs with 1 out. And then what happens is you stop and move on. Speeds up the game and also avoids putting up too many runs on a team as you're still learning the game. A lot of unforced errors. I'm trying to think of a forced error. In tennis, there can be forced errors, in any sport there can be a forced error. But unforced is it was you. It was a ball went through your legs, like you dropped the ball or whatever the case might be. Guys out on YouTube can give me more examples. Swing and a miss. Again, Sofia Peña at the plate, and Aniza Briseño at second. Nobody out. Swing and a miss and there goes Briseño to third. Coach Gonzalez over there coaching Aniza Briseño. A lot of Briseño athletes, and I'll start it for me with Mia Briseño last year with the swing and miss. She's got to go, and safe will be Sofia Peña. Sofia Peña safe on first. Aniza Briseño on third, and to the plate, Jamie Garza, who will be also, I believe she was in the top of the first over at, I think at the bottom of the first in right field, Jamie Garza. That's way out. Here comes Briseño. It'll be close. Safe. They're going to call out because there was obstruction. Yeah, the runner is out because, and this is a coaching moment for, you cannot block the plate, and they're learning the game. Jamie Garza was blocking the plate, and Aniza Briseño came in, and the catcher could not get the ball. Holly couldn't get the ball over to Hattie. So from Holly to Hattie, there's no controversy on that one. So 1 out. And here is Jamie Garza. A runner on second is Sophia Pena. And Sophia thinking about going, but got to go back. So 1 out, runner on second, Sophia Pena, and no runs have come in this inning. That's way out. So Jamie Garza will take first. Sophia Pena on second. Zoom out just a little bit so you can see the whole field. Whenever there's runners that are extended out, that's a little high. Again, on the mound is Hattie. Behind the plate is Holly. Holly and Hattie 1-2 punch right now. I know Hattie was on third base in the first inning, now on the plate. They switch around a lot, which is good. And that's a tapper to short. And a toss over is out. Nicely done for the second out. Very nicely done by the Lady Marlins. So no runs have come in. And now to the plate is number 5, Madison Arevalo. You got Jamie Garza at second. And of course, the top of the order had just batted. That was Caitlin Segovia, but hit it to third with a force out at third, and that was well done. So Skidmore Tynan kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit right now. And they all call it golf terms. Of course, we're at state today with William Sturgeon in golf in Austin, but you want to stay on par. And there go the runners, and everybody will be safe. Jamie Garza at third, and Caitlin Segovia. So Skidmore Tynan in need of trying to stay on par. If you don't, then you pretty much, now at tennis term, you give Port Aransas an advantage because they've not batted in the second. So you want to stay on pace. Two balls, 3 balls. Well, it says 3 on the board, so if in fact it is 3. And the bases are loaded, and there goes Madison Arevalo. And to the mound, Paisley Kahn playing first in the first inning. And this is the time you can put 4 runs up. And that is tapped up, and it falls. Here comes Garza. Here comes, it's close. It's safe. Runners will be safe at second and third. And here comes Arevalo. Safe and 3 runs. Gonna keep it right there. So, well, Paisley Kahn bringing in 3 runs, and she's standing at third right now. And yeah, coach needs to maybe, you got to be able to avoid the collision and maybe slide, but you don't want to take out their legs either. So getting a little work on how to get home. Here is Natalia Sanchez with the 4th run at third, and that's Paisley Kahn. So with all of the work done with 2 outs, although there was a runner on in Jamie Garza, but here we go, trying to get, that's a little high. Good eye on that one for Natalia Sanchez. Again, Garza comes in, Segovia comes in, Arevalo comes in, and Kahn would represent the 4th run in the second inning. That was a little too much golf there. We've spoken golf earlier and a little tennis. with the advantage and golf with on par. You don't want to swing with the golf club when you're playing softball. That's outside, so 3-1.
Don't aim it, just rock it in there.
On deck is Jaslyn Brezenio. Pitch from Hetty. And here comes the fourth run. And Hazley Khan in with the fourth run, and that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the second. Let's get more time in now. On par, if that makes any sense. Otherwise, Port Aransas has got the advantage. Little golf and tennis terms. But now 4-4 in their 2 innings, and here come the Lady Marlins. This is 7th grade action here at Port Aransas. Skidmore Town, of course, 7th grade, primarily 7th grade, the white team, and later the 8th grade, primarily the purple team. And we can't do that with Port Aransas, which is 7th and 8th. Let's see who's heading out to left. It does look like Jaslyn Brezenio out there. Hazley Khan back at first, and Jamie Garza, who did a great job here in the top of the second over at right field. Hazley Marish over at center. Natalia Sanchez, who's yelling at Hazley. Not yelling, encouraging, that's the word. Which we've got Arevalo behind the plate, and Segovia on the mound. And playing third base will be, here in the second inning, will be Aniza Brezenio. And that does leave Aaliyah Cáceres at second. So right now, everybody holding on pace. 4 runs. And now Port Aransas is looking to do the same thing. Starting to pick up a little bit on the wind, but I'm not. Sorry, guys. I'm as close as I can to the microphone so y'all can hear my voice. Just pretend I'm a weatherman on the at the coast, bringing you news of the storm coming in or something. I'm not poking fun at storms, but number 5. See who they yell out. Number 5. Crazy way to get my names, but we're in the bottom of the second here. Port Aransas. Skidmore Tynan holding serve both times. Good pitch. There's Steely Riggs. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Steely. You did great. Awesome.
You got everything good?
Yeah, and they gave me some of the other team, and they gave me the 8th grade for Port Aransas.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Steely Riggs, who provided me a lot. She really has. Kind of like Ryan Lenny does from Referral Sports Network. Sometimes it's Max Preps when they're up to date. I haven't heard a name for 5 yet. But we're at 2-1, the count right now. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Just underway. Second, bottom of the second. Swing and a miss. Some names are easier. 2-1 the count. Kaylin Segovia on the mound. Madison Arevalo behind the plate. Oh, good pitch. 2-2. You got one more. Oh, was that the third strike?
Yep.
I only saw one up there.
Huh?
They had 2-1 on the board.
I know, but
That was 3. Alana.
I don't think the person working the board is doing a very good job.
Sometimes you can trust them, and sometimes other times you can't. And I thought I heard Alana. As soon as I get, that looks like Alana. Appreciate the fans when they yell out the names one out right now. Both teams have kept, as I mentioned, on serve, meaning they've gotten their 4 runs. If it is Alana or Lana, double-digit number as soon as she turns around. 2-0 the count. Segovia doing a good job, as has Hattie, who played third base in the first inning. There's the strike. Alana. And Alana, 2-1. Good last pitch there by Segovia. Puts it at 2-1. Alana at the plate. Nobody on for the Lady Marlins, 7th grade. And goes a little bit high, so 3-1 the count. So Alana up on the pitcher, 3-1 is the count. Again, 1 out on a strikeout, which I had seen only 2-1 on the board. Which way I said, no, you got one more, but they didn't. Sometimes you kind of snooze a little bit at the board, at the scoreboard, and the ball strikes out, but that's okay. Oh, and that one hit her. Alana will take over to first. Now the weather, the reflection or the glare isn't so bad right now. Number 3. Call out a name for number 3 in a little bit. Alana is on first for Porte. Nobody out. Rather, 1 out. 1 on. And the board is still sitting. There we go. They reset it. And now let's see if Arevalo will try to shoot it out to Natalia Sanchez. Normally 7th grade. Maybe a little lesser in 8. Do they even attempt to throw the ball? But oh, and a good stop by Arevalo. And good cover over there by shortstop Sanchez. Haven't heard a name for my batter number 3 right now. It's starting to get a little cooler here. Alana on first. That was pretty. 2-2 the count. Herdella. If it is Ella, number 3. Alana is on first. 2-2 the count. And the second strikeout of the inning for Caitlin Segovia. Here comes number 8. I heard Emma. Lana's still on first, 2 outs. And thank you, Berta Aguilar, who is watching at ST Lady Cat Nation. Always on. There goes Lana. They'll just let her have it. Emma on. Gemma at the batter's box. Alana at second, 2 outs. Skidmore Tynan trying to get to that 3rd out. So the 4-run rule, if the team gets to 4 runs before the other team gets 3 outs on them, you move on to the next half of the inning. And right now Skidmore Tynan looking good, because no runs have scored and they have 2 outs. And 2-1 the count. 1 runner on. Lana is over at second for Port Aransas, 7th grade. And at the plate is Gemma. Or Jenna. I hope I'm not embarrassing myself. A little tapper. Oh, and it gets through. We're going to keep it right there. Nice action there by... That ball had a little bit of a spin to it, so you can't really fault Bresenio. Nice of Bresenio. So here comes number 2, Hattie, who's played third and pitcher. And she has an opportunity to try to get some runs here for Port Aransas. 2 strikeouts by Kaylin Segovia is where we're at right now. Hattie to the plate. And there goes the runner. So Jenna at second and Alana at third. Hattie at the plate. Two outs. Good stops by Arevalo. And again, if in fact she is a good hitter, you don't want to give her anything too good. But you also got to get it into that strike zone. But 2-0 is the count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. None have crossed the plate here in the bottom of the second. That's pretty right there. That is a pretty pitch. 2-1, 2 outs. Alana on third. Jenna on second. If I said Jenna, I hope I did. Good stop by Arevalo. And they're not going anywhere. 3-1 the count though, so a ball away from loading them up for number 16 for Port Aransas. 7th grade action, bottom of the second. That's high, so that's a walk. Bases are loaded. Number 16. Will be trying to get a home run right here. Of course, a grand slam right now would get them to be 8 runs and 4 in the inning. That's a little high. Again, with 2 outs, love about the sport, you keep fighting till that 3rd out, and you keep fighting till the final out in the final inning. Because you get a lot of 2-out rallies going. Skidmore Tynan just did that. They had scored a run in the top. Had scored in the top of the second, and only had Jamie Garza on second, or at first actually, and they come up with a big rally, bringing in 3 runs was Hazley Kahn. And it could happen. That's what I love about it. 2 outs, 1 out, no outs. Doesn't really matter. So it is, well, the board is messed up again, so I didn't keep tabs, I'm sorry. It is 3-0. 3-0 is the count. That's what I thought. Of course, I say it's what I thought when I, and it is what I was thinking. But here we go. So no room on the base paths for Lay. And a swing and a miss, and in comes the run. Alana is in. Moves everyone up. First base is now open. So 1 run has come in here in the bottom of the second for Port Aransas. They've got, I believe it's Ella and Jenna. Runners at second and third. That's way up high. Bases loaded. Once again for Port Aransas. Bases loaded, and good on the field coaching by Natalia Sanchez. Any bases are loaded. It's 2 outs. 1 run has crossed home plate, which makes it 8-5. And again, that Run rule is 4. Blue wants the ball back. And Lonnie to the plate. Lonnie's catching. Again, the bases are loaded for Lonnie. Trying to get some going here. Get a few more runs in. That was pretty. There's a catch there, and right there, it's just one more out. She got it. Hazley Kahn, it's over. 3rd out. You got to be aware of where you are. But great play by Hazley Kahn to end the inning. Only 1 run comes across, so we will go to the top of the 3rd here at Port Aransas 7th grade action, or Skidmore Town Lady Cats white team. So a good play there by Hazley Kahn with the 3-run triple in the 2nd inning, and now with the put out, and she'd had another one. This is the ball got jarred loose, and Coach Gonzalez coaching her after that, but no harm done. I mean, nicely done. Did what she had to do to tag the runner, but the ball gets jarred loose. It's happened a lot. It's happened in World Series. And balls have gone through legs in the World Series. So, you know, these girls have a lot to be proud of, both on the Port A side and on the Skidmore Town side. But we'll go to the 3rd, and only 1 run comes across for Port Aransas. So now I guess you could say Skidmore Town advantage. Four and 4 in the 1st, and Skidmore Town 4 and 1 in the 2nd inning. So 8-5 is our score going into the 3rd. Trying to look for a flag to see where the wind's coming from. If it's coming right at me, or is it coming? I don't see any flags out here right now. I don't see anything blowing. But yet it's gusty. All right. Again, this is the first of 2. We're going to have the purple team is on deck to play at about 6:15. See, we got number 3 is, I believe, we'll find out. I think that's number 3. I don't know if it's Ella. It's a name I heard when she was batting. But I'll listen for it one more time. And Blue calling the batter up. Number 1, left fielder Jaslyn Bruzeño. Lefty. Good strike there. Ella with a nice pitch inside. It was Ella. Jaslyn Bruzeño playing out it, as I mentioned, at left field. 1-1 the count. I get spoiled to the scoreboard, and most of the time it's working. There's just a few times when I lose track, is when they lose track. It's like, oh, that was a little low, but Ella pitching to Jaslyn Bruzeño for Skidmore Town and the Lady Cats. 7th grade, or in Skidmore Town, white team represented here this afternoon at Port Aransas. That's low. So 1 ball away from getting Bruzeño on base. And on deck, Aaliyah Casadis. That's a nice one. Full count. That was a nice pitch by Ella. That's ball 4. And Jaslyn Bruzeño will head over to first base. And here comes Aaliyah Casadis. Aaliyah Casadis, who did and there goes the throw out there. It's going to be close. Good throw. That's a very nice throw by Lonnie.
Good job, Marlins.
Got to go a little faster on those steals, though. That's low. 1-1 the count. 1 runner on. Ella on the plate. I'm repeating names whenever I hear them. Oh, that was pretty. Might have chased that one a little bit, but I think that was going to land in the zone. Anyway, 1-2 the count. So Ella up on the batter, Cáceres, with the runner on second, nobody out. Well, it hit her. So, you didn't want to get out. You don't want to lose the batter like that, but Aaliyah Cáceres will take first. Jaslyn Brezeño at second. Hit her left ankle. And now number 2, Hazley Marish. Hazley Marish to the plate. Cáceres on first and Brezeño on second. And Marish to the batter's box, 1-0. Here's Ella's pitch, a little high. Again, you're going to lock in that where the Marlins, the Lady Marlins, could have had a catastrophe, but they the first base took off. First base runner took off to second, and second decided, I'm not going anywhere. And you got to be aware of all of your teammates and where they're at on the base pads. So right now, Brezeño on second, Cáceres on first, and a walk. There goes Marish, Hazley Marish over to first. So nobody out. Bases are loaded for Ava Zavedra. Zavedra to the plate. Brezeño. Oh, and she gets a hold of it, and the ball is, here comes Brezeño. Bases stay loaded. 1 run comes in. That is Jaslyn Brezeño. And now number 2, Niza Brezeño. A couple of Brezeños. Niza and Jaslyn. Bases are loaded, nobody out. And again, a Niza Brezeño at the plate. That's up high. See if we can get everybody over there. There's Cáceres over on third. Marish on second. No, you got to go back. You got to go back. You got to be aware of your surroundings.
Oh my God.
Saavedra back at first. A little confusion, really, on both sides, on the fielding, but also the running. You got to be ready.
You got it. Come on.
Saavedra on first. Marish on second. Cáceres on third. So that's a 2-1 count to 2-2 rather to the batter. Here comes Cáceres for the run. Aaliyah Cáceres. Marish is on third. Saavedra on second. And now Brezeño, Niza Brezeño on first, and it brings up for Skidmore Tynan number 8. That's Natalia Sanchez, who's impressed me with her on-field coaching, making sure the players going to be a valued asset throughout the years here at Skidmore Tynan. Starting now, that is barking out the instructions to the teammates. Very well done by Natalia Sanchez. First time I met her, a very confident young lady. In so many words. Here comes the ball. Here comes a runner in safe. Runners advance, and that is Marish. Hazley Marish for the third run in the inning. So now Skidmore Tynan approaching the 4 runs. Saavedra will represent that 4th run with Saavedra on third, and really that's the only one that matters right now. But let's keep an eye also on Niza Brezenio over at second base. Only one run is needed here to satisfy the 4-run rule. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 2-2 the count. Ella. It's a nice pitch there by Ella for the Lady Marlins. Once again, Zavedra. Ava Zavedra on third. That's a little high. 2-2 the count. Nobody out. Zavedra on third. Brezenio. Niza Brezenio on second. And on the mound, and I apologize, that's Sofia Pena. Here comes that run. It's going to be close. Save. That's it. 4 runs. So we will go to the bottom of the third. Here come the Lady Marlins to bat. So good running by Ava Zavedra to put up that. And that will send Sofia Pena. And she'll get to bat first in the top of the 4th. As she didn't get, they didn't get her out. So she'll come back. Leading off the top of the 4th. But nonetheless, here's Kendall. Kendall she's had a little first base action. I apologize again. I didn't have all the rosters, names, or anything. I will thank the fans. Really, I'm just listening to what the names. But we're in the bottom of the 3rd. Skidmore Tynan has put up their 4, 4, and 4, which is 12, and Port Aransas with 4 and 1, and they haven't batted in the bottom of the 3rd. Caitlin Segovia on the mound. Madison Arevalo at the catcher position. Hazley Khan at first. Aaliyah Casadis over at second. At short is Natalia Sanchez. Hazley Marish at third. Let's try to get the rest. I believe that's Ava Zavedra out at right. Kendall to the plate. And we'll see who else. And I don't... We'll check the rest as we proceed. Here is the top of the bottom of the 3rd. And the shot over. And out. Good second response. That's a 3rd good play. Could have been 4 for Hazley Khan, but a nice little toss from Segovia over to Hazley Khan. Dropped it, picked it up in time, bringing Kendall first out. Number 7, Holly, is at the plate for Port Aransas. 1 out. You heard that one? Caitlin's like, ah.
Come on, sister, hit it.
Holly, who's played some catcher this afternoon, has done a good job stopping the pitches. And a tapper. Let's see, they got it. Nobody got it. You got to catch it. I think they were like, who's going to get it? Casadis or Sanchez? You got to call it. Safe is Holly at first. And number 9, Paige, the lefty, will come to the batter's box. Yeah, that you had time to get under that one. And again, you're learning and you work on that. Would have been I will say a commanding lead, but it would have done great for the Lady Cats to have gotten that one. But you move on. Put it behind you like Coach Jay Ling says, the memory of a goldfish. Put it away. Good pitch by Segovia with a nice pitch on the knees. Number 9 is Paige. And Holly's at first. 1 out with 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 3rd. That's pretty right there. Oh, a couple of great pitches there by Segovia. Again, Holly at first, Paige at the plate for Port Aransas. And the 7th grade action. Skidmore Tynan's white team. That's high. They'll let her go. There goes Holly at second. And in the 7th grade, you tend to let that runner go. Although in the, where was it, bottom of the 2nd? Or the top of the 3rd, I should say. There was a good throw from the catcher to 2nd. That's inside. Full count. Again, I'm not too concerned about the wind. I apologize if there's a little bit, but this is where I'm at for now. Some things I can't control. I was going to get up a little closer to the chain link, but and there goes Holly to 3rd, and Paige will head over to 1st. Runners at the corners, and number 11 is Grace. Grace to the plate. Swinging it over to the right side, right-handed, with 1 out. Oh, that's a pretty pitch. Con is over there going, hey, right here. I could have had her. And you got to be careful there. But again, if you can guarantee that out at 1st, great. You got a runner over at 3rd that would easily come on home. They're going to let her go, and Paige heads over to 2nd. Holly at 3rd, and Grace at the plate for Port Aransas. So and that is going to be tabbed. Couldn't get it. In comes 1. In comes the 2nd run. 2 runs come in. I think that's it. I believe that'll do it. With the time is the other, what do you want to call it? Rule, if you will. So 12-7 is the way this one will end. Let's get more time on taking the win here. Well done by both teams. Good action here at 7th grade. Skidmore Tynan in 7th grade versus the Port Aransas Lady Cats 7th grade, and it ends 12-7. We're going to end the broadcast and start up a new one for 8th grade. So white team represented here, and purple team on deck. We'll be back in just a little bit. For those that aren't coming back with me, have yourself a great evening, and God bless.